Hey YouTube. So some of you guys are just watching my videos either for the body work I do or the auto work. Some watch my videos for the greenhouse that I have, and then some of you just watch just to watch. And you know, during the year, if you remember, my whole driveway here was full of logs, which I cleaned that up about 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. I finished it, so I ended up with 5 cords of firewood altogether, and most of this it's all hardwood, but most of it's oak. And the reason I decided to get a sawmill, and I'll show you where I'm going to put it, is because when I cut the red oak down and I saw how beautiful that grain was in there, it just seemed like a waste of money. Now some of this there's pine, red oak, white pine. This is white oak here, red oak. There's a maple underneath there, and then more white pine. There's a nice log there, and this is a white pine up in here. And then I have another behind the greenhouse there. I don't know if you can see that. Let me try and zoom in on this thing. Behind the greenhouse there, you might be able to see it. There's some logs sitting there. Anyway, so I decided that I would cut a couple trees down. There was one here, one there, right here, and then one where the backhoe was sitting. Right behind the back tire there was a pine tree, a white pine. So I decided to cut them down, and what I did was I leveled this up here. This is rough graded, and I'm going to put some stone down here and pour a 6-inch thick by 7-foot wide by 24-foot long concrete pad here. And then I'm going to set my sawmill that I have coming. I bought a wood mizer LT15. It's a manual sawmill, but I can't see wasting these red oak for nothing, you know, but firewood. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I'll just use the cut-offs of the lumber for firewood instead of cutting them all into firewood. And there was another tree there we had to take down. I gotta cut that stump off. So anyway, the way I'm gonna set this up here is the sawmill's gonna sit this direction from here out this way, and if I want to I can always extend it either direction. It doesn't matter, probably that way if I wanted to. I'm going to use the backhoe from probably this position down here where I'm standing to pick up the logs and then turn and set them on the mill, or take them off of somebody's truck and set them on the mill if, you know, the need arises. Excuse me. So the other thing I'm going to do then is where the backhoe sits here above the sawmill, because the sawmill ends here. This backhoe I'm going to make like a driveway, a little bit of a driving area, not a driveway, but I'm going to put fill in here. I have some fill. I want to finish filling this in. Most of this is dirt and leaves. I'll just push some of that out of the way, but I'm going to fill this in, and I'm going to put a kiln there. Probably a kiln big enough to do 12-foot lumber if nothing else. Although I ought to make it 18-foot because the sawmill cut 16, so it would give me a little space. But anyway, I want to put a kiln there, a solar kiln. And of course, with the way today is, it's hard to see how things would be, but from where I'm at here, I would get sun. Now if the kiln sat here, I would get sun all day from here all the way to there. The only thing is this is some beech, which is right next to the little garage, and then this one right here is a red oak in there, and I should probably cut them down. Right now the sun's coming across here at noon about right here, but it doesn't take much till it's all the way down in here sometime in the fall. So I've got to get rid of some of these trees to be able to use a solar kiln. I'm also trying to figure out if I can't use my greenhouse to do some wood drying in the off season from planting. So I have to check that and see what happens. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing here with the property. I don't want to clear any more trees if I don't have to. I don't really like clearing the trees at all. It's just, you know, you need some firewood for my garage every year, and that's what happened. Alright, so have a good one, guys. And like I say, when I get the sawmill, then I'll show you what's going to happen with that and how I'm going to cut this stuff up. This is really some nice white pine you're looking at here. Yeah. There's a cherry. These two right here are cherry. And then this one down here, that's a maple, I believe. The rest of them are oak. And that from here up then is pine again. Alright guys, have a good one. Bye.